What's up everybody, Waterwork here, and I have a new program that gives me a developer camera, and I'm going to show you guys all the behind the scenes, things that you normally can't see. Welcome to Joyville, the Poppy Playtime clone. It's pretty much a children's play factory turned abandoned horror factory. The security room shows us 4 areas that we are in right now, except for the Bully Wooly. He's actually in the wall right behind us. He's in a static mode right now, so he's pretty much an object at this point. He's not going to move ever. And right behind him, you can see the camera that shows us this room. Also, if we go inside Wooly, he's completely empty on the inside. Neat little detail about this elevator. It slowly goes up and stops to load in the rest of the little game, and then it continues its way up. From here, we can see the entire map. At least 80% of it's loaded in. One thing I did notice though, there can only be 2 Wooly Bully models loaded at once. There can't be more than that, from what I've seen at least. An active Wooly and then a static Wooly. I'll show you guys that later on, but it's a pretty neat detail I found. And there's nothing down here, just different shading and some shadow boxes depending on how far down you go in the bottom of the map, so this train just falls straight off. It's not really built to OSHA standards. All the doors here are pretty much just for decoration. There's no secrets behind them, just disappointments. So I thought behind these doors would be like a lot of cool little models or just some future build levels. Nah, it's not, it's just the basics. Now the adults up there looking at us, I thought they were fake when I was first playing, and looking up at them like, well, they're not really moving, they're just watching us, you know? They could have just been some models looking straight down at us to give off the illusion that someone's watching. I was right. Yeah, they're just pop-up cardboard men, just give off the illusion that they're being watched, you know? One cool thing I could do with the dev cam is activate it while a cutscene's playing. The only bad thing is that my speed gets reduced to the cutscene's pace, so I can't move really fast during the cutscene. These worms are actually giants. Their bodies stretch across and go through different walls. My favorite of all of them is the green worm, because it's got stitching all throughout it, like you got attacked and it's being put back together. So someone must be fixing them. And then originally the worm for the puzzle wheel, if you fail it, it does start to watch you. So it's still loaded in the game, and if we go over to it, we can see that it's still following us with its eyes, even though we're no longer in the room. We have another cardboard adult. This area is not completed. It only looks like it's done. The doors don't go anywhere. It just has like barricades and whatnot, so you can't go through and then fall straight down because they didn't block off the wall. It's a cool trick anyone can do. I learned this when I was playing the orange box back in the day. Cool thing with prop surfing is if you have the right physics and you get on it as you grab it, it can literally just launch you right when you jump. So with the giant evil door, I thought Wooly would be behind here, but he's not, sadly. It's just another decorated door. Cool thing with Wooly, even if we pause the NPCs, after it clears the little jump animation cutscene, he just teleports right in front of us. So I wasn't expecting that at first. It kind of gave me a jump scare that he just like boop, popped into existence. I just wanted to see Wooly's pathing, what happens if I break his pathing. He can't get to me. So I started climbing up pretty high, going up the slide all the way up to the cloud just to see if he would follow me, or if he like stretch his arms at me like Stretch Armstrong. It's not though. So when Wooly chases us and we run into the slide, this is how he looks on the outside of the slide. He's just a little animation, then poof, goes away. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying the video so far, do leave a like, subscribe, and comment. It does help. As we get closer to the end and the final levels load in, we get Wooly on the Tower of Terror in a T-pose. Another cool detail is the worm is only sticking out by its head in the sewer, but they use the entire asset of the worm's body, and when it goes through the grate, it just disappears again. Also, once the level loads, the code for the keypad loads as well. It's always random, which is a pretty neat detail. Keeps you on your toes and allows the replayability. As we're looking through the final level, you can see all the detail they add to these little crevices and cracks that you can see through. Just give off the illusion of like, look, there's more to this than there actually is, but we're still following a linear path. Got another cardboard guy up here as well. Even in rooms where you can't go in completely, but you can kind of see they do polish it off it very nicely. It looks clean, looks crisp, but that's about it. And while searching through the map for any little hidden secrets or Easter eggs, I couldn't find any. I looked everywhere. It's just the map, the design, nothing more than that. From my perspective, when they were building the map, it doesn't look like they had any planned process on it, because if you go through certain doors, you're right into the next zone, because with the sewers, it's right next to a door if you open it up, which, you know, OSHA violations, you don't really want to do that. It's a big no-no for some places. But honestly, the detail that they did put in the game that you can see is very well done. Another thing I thought was cool are these little tunnels that look like slides in this puzzle room. It's just a tunnel. That's all it is. It's just a regular jungle gym tunnel that they put a black circle on to get the illusion that it's a slide. But there's really nothing in this room other than the buttons. There's no Easter egg, little secret thing, something for the future. It's just what you see is what you get. So I paused the game right here, right when the door shut. You can see that the balls spawn in just in the air and they all drop down randomly. So every time they come down, it's always random. It's never in the same pattern. I don't know. I thought that was pretty neat that they did that. So Wooly doesn't spawn in until you hit a certain part on the stairs to trigger him to spawn in. And I didn't realize that he spawned in on the left side until I turned around and looked, and it made me jump. Wasn't expecting that at all. And then his eyes follow you as you move about, so he's always watching you, even though he's frozen. So I thought this angle up here on the stairs would give you really good insight on the Wooly's animation itself, which isn't bad at all, except for that cowlick hair right there on his arm. It's pretty bad. I was pretty curious to see if there's anything behind this fan here. Unfortunately, it's just an empty gate. There's nothing back there, but it's pretty good detail, you know. They go pretty far from what you can see. So right here, Wooly is still frozen, so this is technically a cutscene that you can move in, because he shouldn't be able to move because I froze all NPCs. Then from here, Wooly jumps down from the elevator, so I'm trying to find the T-posing Wooly, and he's not there. A little strange. So I reposition myself, and you can see him free fall down. And this guy comes down like a rocket, just comes flying down. It's crazy how fast they have him go. Look at this. Just the incredible speed. If this was real life physics in play, him slamming down on this elevator would just completely wreck it. There would be no survivor. There'd be no Wooly surviving. This little slingshot action it did would not happen at all. We would literally be dead instantly. With Wooly falling off the elevator, I was trying to see if he fell down the entire elevator shaft or if he ran away. But as you guys can see here, he's free falling. He's got pretty good animation, so not gonna fault him on that. Really cool. One thing I will fault him on though is once he goes here, he hits the floor, he literally vanishes. He's not there anymore. I paused the game. He's just gone. And it's kind of sad. I didn't like that. I thought they would do something different with it and whatnot, but no, just poof, gone. And then the elevator still falls and whatnot. Man, it goes pretty far down. It goes to the little black abyss down here and then disappears. And then you get the cutscene. After you beat the game, it goes back to the title screen. I was kind of curious if the dev camera would work here, and it does. It was mind-blowing. I thought it was just a static screen with a little image playing. No, it's a full-on level that they have the menu on. So there's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you.